Now, guys, attention. I'm going to do a small 15-part series with a few different dogs walking you through things to consider when you are beginning or about to build your little social media thing. Now, years ago, I started off and I said, man, I was teaching all these companies how to talk. I ran all their marketing and branding, and I quit them all because I said, I tell them everything to say I could do this. And I know the value of a dog, let alone a puppy. So the first question is to ask yourself when you're about to build your social media, because you know everybody's a guru. Man, you got to post 3 times a day. You got to do this. You got to do that. Something's going to go. You got to hashtag and comment. I make the worst captions in the world. Go read the captions. They literally say nothing. It's either going to matter or it's not. And if it matters to you, it'll matter to someone else one day. But the first question you ask yourself is, what do I want to be known for? So I said care is super important. It's important to me. I care about people. I teach people a lot of stuff. I'm super supportive. And I think that if we promote the idea of care, we could impact the pet world, the dog world. And it just so happened, we were right. My background then becomes important because I can't just care from nowhere. I'm a health guy, fitness guy, head of wellness for a major company back in the day. What's the one word that I need to focus on primarily in every video? Well, if you have an untrained dog, you start losing your mind. If you have an unhealthy dog, you start spending all your money. Well, let's keep people's minds sane and let's make sure we reduce the amount of money that they put out. So, question 1, when you're building your social media platform or you're asking yourself how to get going, what do you want to be known for? What are we known for? Guys, just take care of your dogs. Now, when we look up the definition of matter, and again, keywords. What's a keyword? Attention. Somebody says attention, you go, let me see what this fool about to say. You guys can do all these things to get attention getters, but by definition, let me draw perspective here. I didn't ever think, but I did a video on it. I said, ego's gonna be worth $300,000 one day. And I literally said in the video on a blackboard, it ain't gonna be because he gets studded out. It ain't gonna be because we're gonna make that much money off him. I said, he's gonna impact 300,000 people. If you go to our Talking Tick, there's a video where 2.7 million people viewed it, and Ego's been a part of many videos gone viral. But I said, man, this dog's gonna help me change the world. I literally did a whole video on it. That's how futuristic I am. But when we look up the definition of matter, they can see that. There's always a noun and a verb part. To be of importance or have significance. So when someone says, hey, I want to build my social media, I said, why? Why does it matter to anybody else? Why does it matter to you? It's disgusting. Why does it matter to you? And you know what they say? Well, I'm not sure. I said, if it doesn't matter to you, it'll never matter to anyone else. The noun of the word matter means the physical substance in general as distinct from mind and spirit that occupies space and possesses rest mass, especially as a distinct form of energy. That definition sucks. What the definition really means is, how much space do I take up in y'all's head when y'all think of care in relation to dogs? A lot. So I said, hey, if this is going to matter one day, we have to do something meaningful and we have to think about things in the opposite way. Let's paint a picture. We got 3 minutes and I'm gonna do a longer version of this on YouTube. We're at minute 2. Sum this up in 30 seconds. When the Merle got popular, everybody was getting Merle and they was like, I gotta have a Merle dog. I said, we're not going to breed Merle dogs excessively. We're going to produce a Merle dog that can get active and that I love to death. And what you guys watch? You watch Ego get active, you watch me love that boy to death. So then it starts to matter. Now matter builds what? Following, support, and the page grows. So the question number 2, when you're building your social media is, why does it matter to you? And if it matters to you, will it matter to someone else? Thank you guys for watching. Take care of your dogs. Let's go. Now, guys, back to matter. I said to myself years ago, I said, man, I'm never getting a bulldog. And that was a lie. And you know why? Because back to when we look at that word matter, Gina and Chris, they do a super good job. You know, if you ever lick a dog's, hit that eyelid, boy, it's salty, it's nasty. They take such good care. And every time I went out there, I said, man, I don't like bulldogs, but I like these. And you know how many people have sent me messages over the year? There's a couple once that reached out and they said, we've never, ever not rescued a dog. Matter of fact, I think they breed rabbits or something. But because of the way you take care of your dogs, we said if we ever considered getting a puppy, it'd have to be from you. I don't know him. But what I do know is that goes back to how do you build your social media? You build it off what means and what matters. And if it matters to you and you take yourself out of the equation, put your pride aside, I don't think ever that my dogs are gonna mean enough to y'all. Well, they ain't gonna mean more to you than they do to me. Because only I have to deal with the losses, deal with the wins, deal with the gains, deal with whatever. So when you're building something, define through actions, because that's what speaks louder than words, what matters, what means something. Can you convey that in a message that people understand and are willing to share with someone else? So if I was starting out today, I would do the same thing, because I remember when 12 folks were watching. Hell, I remember when nobody was watching or paying attention. I remember when nobody cared. I remember when I had no impact. I remember when nothing we did mattered. And I'm not saying it does today, because to me it don't matter. Because why? We have more work to do. But I define what matters through spending my own money, taking care of my dogs, going out on an adventure, sharing moments with you as we explore the opportunity the dog provides to build a relationship, with the dog. And people say, man, I used that and it worked on my dog. I was like this, keep taking care of your dogs, man. Do what matters, and maybe one day it'll mean something both to you and all those people watching trying to find answers. What's up, Joker? What's up, man? Now, third question is, what was it?
What means something to you?
Okay, so check this out. Whenever you're looking for a breeder, you want to find a breeder who takes what they do very serious. And to a degree, find the breeders who are having fun doing it. Find the ones who aren't counting their checks or their pockets, who are obsessed with bettering the breed or bettering a dog. That being said, the only reason why I said, Chris, send me a little bulldog. He like, oh yeah, I got you. The only reason why I said send me a bulldog is because that motherfucker loves bulldogs. I don't know no other way to say it. I wasn't even gonna use vulgarity in any of this, but you go, that dude, he knows what he's doing. Super intentional, super impactful, super informed. And every time I leave bulky built better because of all the things that he reads, he knows, and the things he's willing to share with me and all you guys that are watching. So you say, hey, what are the next breeds you need to get? For one, I'm not getting no dog from somebody who does not care about the integrity of the breed. There's nothing to build if you don't care about the dog. I'm not getting no dog from somebody who does it trying to shake your pockets down. I only want to get involved because it's a long-term customer journey, right? If I have a problem with the bulldog, who I'm calling Chris. If I have a problem with the Jack Russell, who I'm calling, I can't think of her name right now, but I'm calling her if something goes wrong with the Jack. When I get the next 3 breeds, I have to call them breeders at year 3, 4, and 5, and definitely 1 if something really goes wrong. So it has to matter to them because it matters to me to share with y'all the journey and the opportunity life provides to be better with the dog. But part 3 or 4, whatever one this is, if I was starting over today and I was considering to get into the pet space, I would find a dog, get a dog from someone I can learn with. I would go and interview them and do 30 videos bare minimum just on what got them into it, why this breed matters, how to breed effectively, what's the key to feeding, how do you train, what are the best conditions for the dog, all kinds of things. This is what I do. And then I come back and share with you guys my journey, not in comparison, but to capitalize on that one moment of me picking up a new breed. So guys, look what we got here. We got another little baby. Stay tuned because there'll be another one here coming soon. Take care of your dogs, people. Guys, now I'm a planner. Well, I heard your hip hop. You good? That being said, I gotta give him a bath and groom him a little bit. Another thing that helps build a social media platform or a following is having a plan. In this case, I literally told y'all I was gonna get a Jack Russell and he was gonna ride my shoulder. I know people thinking that's crazy. Ain't nobody gonna get no Jack Russell to calm down and be riding no shoulder. Okay. Well, I could put the General on almost anybody's shoulder and he do what? Cooperate. General has a 5-year plan on that. You guys don't know this. But I also said we need to convert into other communities and extend our reach. Every dog invites a new space of opportunity to teach and, most importantly, learn. And you don't get a dog to do this without love, to be clear. Time, energy, effort, and consistency. So when I got to Jack Russell, people, hey man, you finna breed Jack Russells? I said, no, man, what the hell? I said, listen, I'm just a dog guy, man. I really hate that I have to breed now. I only breed to teach. But let me be very clear. We borderline done breeding. After we complete the 2 breedings this year, there's no breedings for 2 years. It's not happening. And we're going to double down on the business. So you say, hey, what's the plan? Healthcare, diagnostics, pet supply. What's pet demands? What are pet demands? Data. What can we learn? Who do we need to talk to? How do we expand our audience? What are the breeds that are going to impact the world and give us reach? As new communities do what? Get into the pet space and don't know how to be pet parents. And here I am teaching you how to be pet achievers. Because we can all do more, including me. There's a 5-year plan on the general, and we're just now entering year 2. And you're going to see the rev go up. Why? Because by year 5, we have to execute the strategy. Isn't that right, man? Don't lick me. I know your breath is hot. What I will tell you is this. Without a plan, oftentimes you won't find success. If there's no passion, you won't find success. If it doesn't matter, you won't find success. If it don't mean nothing to you, you won't do it every day. Someone says, how do you post every day? Don't you go to work every day? You get 2 days off a week. In my world, there's no days off. It's just opportunity or no opportunity. The opportunity lies in the work that you have to do to build you and your brand and your business. So I work like the rent is due, and trust me, the rent's always due. Rock got the shirt that says rent due. I'm like, damn, I wish I should have put that on the shirt. Had me tight as a hole. Guys, stay tuned. Take care of your dogs. Make sure that you have a plan. We'll get into identity in one of the next videos, man. But this is just me testing another theory. Take care of your dogs.